students. Next phyla in non-chordates, phylum cnidaria. This is the present name cnidaria, which was called as a underphylum coelenterata. General characters of this phyla. Now we are going to learn. Grade of organization is the tissue grade, and symmetry is the radial symmetry and tissue grade of organization. Because of these animals are the cylindrical in structure mostly, that's why this belongs to the radial symmetry, right? Then germ layers, which undercomes the diploblastic, means ectoderm and endoderm is present. That's why these are the diploblastic in nature. Coelom is the asolomate. They don't have any coelom, right? Habitat and habit. These are the mostly marine, aquatic, and hydra is the freshwater one. Sessile are the free swimming. Sessile means they won't move anywhere. They have to fix in the particular substrate. That's why called as a sessile. Sessile meaning what? No, these are the sedentary. They have to stay in the particular area. They won't move anywhere, right? This is the sessile, the meaning. Some are free swimming. And here solitary. This is the word solitary means what? No, single. Some are as a group, colonial. Okay, here is the most of these are marine, but anyhow aquatic. And here sessile and free swimming forms are there. Sessile means they don't have any locomotor organs, they have to attach the substrate. Some are have a free swimming. And here is the solitary, means what? No, they are living as a single individual. Some are have a colonial, right? That's the habitat, right? Here they can hydra, sea anemone, jellyfish pictures are there. Now here is the digestive system is incomplete digestive system. What kind of digestive system is there? Incomplete digestive system. Here is the mouth is there, here aboral side, hypostome. This is called as hypostome, which is present here. This act as a both mouth and anus. That's why it is the we called as a incomplete gut. Incomplete gut, right? And here digestion is the intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. Intracellular means what? Within the cell. Within the cell, inside the cell, digestion takes place. And along with that, extracellular also, outside the cell also digestion takes place. Here is the respiratory system is absent. Circulatory system also absent. There are no proper arrangements, right? And here is the reproduction. Here is the two forms of individuals are there. These can exhibit the alternation of generation. Here is the polyp form and medusa form are there. Here a code is the PAM. They should be remember PAM. Polyp undergone asexually reproduce and gives the medusa. Medusa undergoes the sexual mode and produces the polyp form, right? Polyp reproduce asexually. P means polyp, A means asexually, M means medusa. PAM. PAM is the code, right? If you remember this one, you can easily write. In this, polyp asexually reproduce and gives the medusa, right? Most are separate sexes. Male and female are there. Fertilization is the external. Development is indirect. It has a direct, indirect means what? No, it has a larva name is the planula. Planula is the larva which is present in these animals. That's why this is the indirect development, right? Indirect development. Yes, here is the general characters. These are general characters. See here they have given as a unique features. In that unique features, it has a cnidarians or the coelenterates have a unique features there. Here tentacles are present which are the finger-like structures which surrounds the mouth. Right, in the hydra, tentacles are there, they surrounds the mouth. And here used for the what? No, tentacle use food capture and defense. Food capture and defense. These tentacles have a nidoblasts. Because of presence of nidoblast or the nematocyst, the phylum named as a cnidaria. These nidoblast cells present on the tentacles and body surface, right? And nidoblast, also called as the nidocytes, are the stinging cells, right? Which on the tentacle, this is where the location tentacles and the body, which is a poison fluid like a filled with a capsule called as a nematocyst. Nematocyst is the poison filled capsule, right? When nidoblast is used anchoring and defense purpose, and capturing prey. Okay, what is the function of nidoblast cell? Anchorage, right? Anchorage purpose, and moreover the defense purpose and capturing prey. These are the three functions: supporting purpose and defense purpose and capturing prey purpose. That's the use of particular nidoblast cells. Here is the gastrovascular cavity is present, that is called as a coelenteron, with an opening called as a mouth, that is a hypostome. This is the hypostome, right? Here is the gastrovascular in the diagram, check it. This is the gastrovascular cavity. Here is the opening of mouth is there, we called as the hypostome. Hypostome is the mouth, hypostome, right? These are the incomplete system, right? Hypostome is there. And moreover this cavity called as gastrovascular cavity. These are the tentacles. And here is a medusa form. Polyforms are the cylindrical. Medusa are the look like umbrella shaped. These are the motile. Medusa are the they can move, but these are polyforms are the sedentary. Medusa form have a mouth in the down below, but here is the polyform have a mouth is hypostome, right? This is the differences. And here is the polyp and medusa forms are there. Here these are two types of body forms are there, which are the polyp. It is a tubular attached to the asexual form, and here with the actually with upwardly directed mouth and tentacles. Example hydra and adamsia. See, adamsia is the polyp form, what I have given here. Here is the mouth is present and tentacles are there. Whereas the medusa form, that is the Aurelia example, umbrella-like form, it is a free swimming and sexual form, this one, and mouth which presented downward, tentacles also downward present, right? Here is the polyp form, that mouth and tentacles are present upward, but here is the medusa form, tentacles and mouth present here downward form. This is the, I told no, PAM. Polyp is the asexual form, medusa is the sexual form, right? These are the very important. Example Aurelia jellyfish for the medusa form, and polyp is the hydra and adamsia, right? And here is alternation of generation. Polyp change into medusa, medusa change into polyp by the reproduction. It is the phenomenon shown by the some cnidarians in which polyps produce medusa asexually. In the vice versa, medusa form the polyp sexually. Example is the obelia. This is called as the alternation of generation. Alternation of generation, also called as the metastasis. Okay, alternation of generation also called as a metagenesis. They have given as a metagenesis is the alternation of generation. Polyp after medusa and medusa after polyp will be formed in these animals, right? And here is the corals are there. They have a skeleton made up of the calcium carbonate. You might have listened, maybe heard this corals formed in the sea. That is the mainly calcium carbonate. Okay, that corals also present in the phylum cnidaria. Right, here they have given, see, mushroom coral, brain coral, madrephoria are the examples of the coral. Right, corals, they have body like this. There, this is the shagham coral. It's look like this. After death, this will be settled down in the bottom of the sea. Right, this is also table coral. How it's like, look like a table, that's why called the table coral. Right, here they given the brain coral, madrephoria. This is the brain coral. How it is like a, look like a brain. How our brain have a gyri and cells in the cerebellum. Right, these are the gyri and cells like there, no, that's why this is called as the brain coral. Right, and here is the sea, they get the pillar coral, like it look like a pillars in the picture sea diagram. They have a pillars in the sea, bottom of the sea. That's why this called as the pillar corals. Pillar corals. Right, Great Barrier Reef of Australia. This is like a one way or the road, like all sediments of the skeleton part of coral look like a great barrier. Means what, they will be as a divide the sea into two kinds. Like here is the examples. Here is Hydra, Obelia, Pisalia called as a Portuguese man of war. It's look like a one ship, battleship. That's why called as the Portuguese man of war. This is like a battleship. And Adamsia, sea anemone, and Obelia and Hydra. Pisalia called as a Portuguese man of war. And Pennatula, this is very important. Pennatula, sea pen, look like a pen. Sea pen, look like a pen, sea pen. That is the cnidaria. And Gorgonia, sea fan, see, look like a hand fan. Madrina, that's a brain coral which we've seen previously. This is a brain coral, look like a brain. Brain coral, Gorgonia sea fen, and Pennatula sea pen, Hydra, Obelia, Pisalia, and Adamsia are the different types of organisms, examples of that. The total characters at a glance, here check it. Grade of organization is the tissue grade. Symmetry undercomes the radial symmetry. Germ layers are the only two, that's why called as a diploblastic. Coelum is the nothing, that's the reason absence. Isolate. Habitat and habit, aquatic, mostly marine. What do you see? Sessile, they won't move anywhere, stable. And free swimming, some are single, some are colonial. Digest system is the incomplete, intra and extracellular both will be happening. Respiratory and circulatory systems are absent. And reproduction is the poly produced the asexually by the budding. Medusa sexually, most are the sexes are separate. Fertilization is the external. Development is indirect. What is the larva there? Planula. Larva name is, kindly remember, planula. Planula is the larva of cnidarians. Right, tentacles are there in that. They have a nidoblast cells. They will give the protection, anchorage, and capturing food. Right, these are the unique features. Calcium carbonate is made up of skeletons of corals. Example, Hydra and Aurelia, Pisalia, Adamsia, Pennatula, Gorgonia. These all points have to write in note. These are the very essential. At a glance, you can learn complete idea of this phylum cnidaria.